We're at the Detroit Auto Show with Patrick Oliva, the Corporate Vice President of Development and Sustainable Mobility. What were you talking about today at your meeting?
We insisted on two aspects, which are very much linked to our tire business. One is safety, the other one is fuel efficiency. Tires are really key in those two domains. And what we have highlighted is the fact that generation after generation, we've really put a lot of emphasis on these two aspects. Today, of course, the emphasis is very much on the energy aspect and the low rolling resistance characteristic of our tires. And we've shown that, we started in 1992 with our green tire technologies. We're now with the 5th generation. And each time, generation after generation, we have really reduced the rolling resistance. Therefore, we have improved the fuel efficiency by basically 2 to 3% each time. So over time, it makes a lot. Also insisted on the fact that when you look at tires on a given car basically represent 20% of the overall energy consumption of your car. More specifically,
20%.
20%. It can go as high as 30% or more on buses and trucks. But let's say 20% on average. I was mentioning that if you look at the total oil consumed in the world, 45% is for the road transportation. If you assume that 20% is related to tires, it means that 9% of total oil extracted in the world is related to tires, to tire use, you see.
What does that work out per day on about?
It's 8 million barrels of oil per day. It's huge, and it is precisely on this quantity that Michelin is really putting a lot of emphasis on. And generation after generation, we can say yes, we can save 10%, we can save a lot, at a cost which is very minimal. So we want people to realize that making the right choice of their tires, they can make a decision which is extremely good for their wallet, for energy supply, and for the environment.
Now, is this 9% because it increases it in miles per gallon, your car does, or is it because you're using petroleum to make tires?
No, it's because of the use, when you drive your car. Absolutely. Actually, the quantity of energy which is being used for the manufacture of tires is very limited. Very, very limited.
What about the quantity of oil being used to make a tire?
Let me put it this way. When we compare, the quantity of oil that is used during the lifetime, when we look at the full life cycle analysis, the use of the tire represents 84%. So it's probably something like 5 or 6% for the production of the tire. So it's minimal.
We're going to save a lot more petroleum if we can just figure out a way to make a better tire that gives you better miles per gallon.
Absolutely.
And that's what Michelin is working on now.
This is what we've been concentrating on.